So this year, the Academy, Laureus Academy has chosen Novak Djokovic.
We can't wait to hear what Novak has to say, but before we do, let's watch this absolute work of a genius.
It's not the glory and, I actually feel like the reason why our bond is so strong is because for me, he's never a tennis player.
Okay, we're live.
Stubbornness is his middle name. He just doesn't want to give up when he believes in something. As a family, we are very focused on the well-being, and we know that the healing happens when you are taking care of your body, when you're resting enough, when you're eating well. And when he was starting to take those painkillers, it was something that was completely against everything we believed in.
This issue that he had with the elbow started in almost August, September 2015. After the Australian Open, there was no escape. He had to make a surgery if he wanted to come back and play tennis properly.
To do the surgery, it was against his core values. It was really huge. It's like he buried one part of him with that decision. Then he went to Indian Wells, and he lost his match there.
I was grateful to be out on the court after surgery that quickly.
He had a good run in Rome, and then he went to Roland Garros.
The question was whether or not Novak Djokovic had what it takes to win the big points when they really matter.
And he lost.
12-time Grand Slam champion out.
He said, I'm done. I'm not playing tennis anymore. I lost this. I'm not having fun anymore. This is it.
Sorry, Tom. I don't know if I'm going to play in grass.
Because he lost trust in himself. And he called me, and he said, I don't see the purpose of me playing tennis unless you guys are here.
The Wimbledon champion of 2018, Novak Djokovic.
A fourth Wimbledon title.
And I remember after that match feeling like, oh wow, he's back.
History is made. The first man in singles to capture all 9 Masters 1000 titles.
It's always the journey of belief, because you got to go out there and trusting your body, trusting all your weapons, everything you've practiced.
For the first time in my life, I have someone screaming, Daddy, Daddy. And it's a little boy right there. Volim te sine najviše.
He never worked for the glory and for the money or for any of it. He was always about values, about living the life fully, committing yourself to the life with purpose. And that's what I'm in love with. That's who he is.
Our Laureus World Sportsman of the Year, Novak Djokovic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a great honor to share the stage with Your Highness and Monica Seles, whom I've dreamed of becoming something like you and like your career. Jelena Gencic, who is not with us anymore, is my tennis mother, as I like to call her, was a person that has influenced my life probably more than anybody at that stage of my career alongside my parents. And I know she worked with you for many years, and trust me, I knew everything about you. I knew that you're going to bed by 9:30 p.m., that you're not drinking Coca-Cola, that you're eating healthy. I had to also grunt like you on the court. I had to be very aggressive on the court. So thank you for inspiring me. And I want to thank Laureus for doing such an incredible job with sport. I didn't know what to expect this evening, and I live by philosophy, expect nothing, because then you'll get everything. And tonight, so many different athletes that stood here on this stage, and many of you who are here in the crowd, have warmed my heart, and your stories, and your experiences have proven to me and to everybody else that fighting spirit and resilience is always present, and that we always should nurture those values, and that sport sends the universal message to everyone around there, and that Nelson Mandela, as a founder of this wonderful organization, was right when he said that the sport has the power to change the world. I would like to reflect a little bit on my journey. I would like to thank my wife for taking time, and Eduardo as well, for presenting me in a different light. And I think that there are rare occasions when we can actually share our personal journeys and who we truly are behind the curtain. And I think you have done it much better than I would do it. And your support has been tremendously significant to me in those moments when I was questioning everything, when I was going through my doubts and dilemmas whether I want to keep on playing tennis. And yes, I did think about leaving tennis, and I did think about everything else, and I just didn't find myself in a good balance in life at that point. I did feel like I let myself down when I had surgery. You were right. And it took me several months to really find that purpose, find the meaning again. And I think that this award actually reflects and symbolizes the journey that was not only 12 months long, but 3 years long. Back in Roland Garros 2016, when I achieved the ultimate probably goal of tennis, to hold all 4 slams at the same time. I felt a huge relief. I did not feel a fulfillment, to be honest, because I tried to understand why, and I think it was because I didn't embrace, or I didn't live the process, or I didn't live the journey as much as I needed and wanted that destination, or that achievement of that goal. So when I actually reached it, I realized that the goal would be nothing without that journey. And then I understood the concept or philosophy of life, or being present and being in the now, because that's where the power lies. And I've learned so many lessons about life and about myself in the last 3 years. I had to do a lot of inner engineering, as I like to call it, especially in the last 15 months, coming back from a major injury and having a surgery, and being very impatient and being anxious to come back, and then being on the verge to leave the racket aside. And now I'm standing here in front of you and reflecting on their journey. It seems like a fairy tale story, but it tells me one thing, and that's that in those moments of when you're facing adversity and when you're challenged, you should always look inside, because that's where the answer lies. I did not understand that fully. I heard that before, but I think when I went through this journey, I understood really what that means, and now I know where I can always find strength and belief and motivation to get me going. Thank you very much for this wonderful evening. Thank you very much, Laureus. I appreciate it. I can't sing or dance, I'm sorry.